Hello, welcome to my cards for the week. My name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and you can find out more about me at my website, deborahjanesutton.com. Now, this week, 7 cards came out. That's quite a lot, more than usual. So I'm just going to dive straight in so that I don't take too long. Just when we thought that there was no more healing and releasing to be had, guess what, guys? We're having to dig even deeper, okay? Digging even deeper. This is about us not realizing who we really are and us not realizing just how powerful we are, us not realizing what we came here to do or who we came here to be. I know I've been saying those words for a long time, but it's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper, okay? Which is just basically getting better and better and better. It's just that we know that when it comes to raising our vibrations and letting this light in and expanding our level of consciousness, which is all beautiful, glorious things, we know that that involves lower frequencies leaving. And the understanding that we're holding that lower frequency, you know, because we keep thinking that we've forgiven, we keep thinking that we've released fear, we keep thinking that we've done it, you know. There's more to come, but I don't think it's going to be much longer because I'm really picking up that this is like the depths of the depth of the soul that we're really cleansing right now. So the first card is the 9 of Wands, okay? Now, as you can see, look how he's feeling. He's feeling quite wounded and quite exhausted. He's been in a few battles, okay? He's been in a few battles and he's now having to dig really deep into his spiritual reserves. That's what this card is about. He is exhausted and he's kind of looking for the strength to continue. Okay, now this coming up first, it's setting the scene. It's setting, that's how a lot of people are feeling. I can certainly relate to that. It's how a lot of us are feeling. It's like, you know, you've been really strong, you've dealt with so much stuff going on, so many changes. We're saying goodbye to so many people and jobs and relationships and things and emotions and beliefs, and it's just kind of feeling a little bit never ending. But, you know, it's all happening for us. It's happening for us so that we can completely cleanse our energy. It is happening for us, just a little reminder there. But yes, it's setting the scene that we are feeling a little bit like we can see the light at the end of the tunnel and we can see the corner that we're about to turn, but it's just not quite there because the second one is also this one, the 9 of Swords. Swords is your mental processes, and you can see from the picture that this is like, I call this card the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul is when really those fears are coming up from within us. Now, we know that our reality is a holographic projection of the energy that we are. So when we have something that triggers fear or sadness or anger, we perceive it to be coming from outside of us. And we say, oh, it made me angry, it made me fearful, you know, it made me sad. We have created that through the frequency of that anger, fear, and sadness within us. And we're really now draining the swamp. We're draining our own swamp and we're getting these last waves of fear out. And when they are coming up for acknowledgement, what they're doing is they're creating in our holographic projection that we're calling life. They're creating a fearful or angry or sad scenario to really help us scoop out the last remnants of those low frequency emotions and feelings. And that's what this card is about. So yes, it's basically, it's unconscious fears coming up because, you know, we've consciously dealt with so much. but there's more and more and more. It's like deep-rooted fear and grief that's coming up from within. We just need to observe it. No judgment. It's okay. Just let it come out. But the important point is understanding that it's yours. It's yours and it's coming up from within you. It has to be yours. It can't be any other way, because what's on the outside of you, you are creating that. You are creating that with your own frequency, with your own energy. It's a reflection. So somewhere along the line, you chose that. Now, we're not aware of that. We're not conscious of that. People are going around saying, oh, I'm not fearful. And da, da, da. This is working on such a deep level. And this is going back to what I've already just said about we do not know who we really are, and we do not realize our power. You know, the life that we're living at the moment is not the life we came here to live. You know in your heart the life that you're living isn't the life you came here to live. Even, you'll probably acknowledge, even before a year ago this month, even before March 2020, the life that you were living wasn't the life that you came here to live. If you're really honest with yourself, you'll know that. And you'll see that this past year has brought that to a head and has made you really think about who you really are, the healing that you need, the emotional and belief level healing that you need, the spiritual awakening that we've all needed, the spiritual kick up the backside that we've all needed. It's all a blessing, and it's all happening for our benefit, because releasing this fear, acknowledging it and releasing it, we had no idea that we went that deep. We had no idea that we had fear programmed into us that deep, or sadness, or grief, or anger, or whatever it may be, or resentment. We didn't know that we had that. We didn't know that we had this capacity. It's all happening for our own benefit, to wake us up to who we really are, what's going on, what do we really want. We are the creators. Let's create what we choose to create now that we are conscious about it. Okay, keep going, Deborah, because there's only 2 cards down, 5 to go. Okay, the next one, I like the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is about reminiscing. And it's about people from your past, nostalgia, but people from your past coming back. And they often come back in person. But because of the way I interpret the cards from an energy healing perspective, I sometimes think of it, with all this healing that we're doing, I think of it as sometimes it can be people that are just coming back to your mind as you have closure on perhaps an emotional trauma or an emotional issue that you had with them. And so they're coming back into your mind as you start to forgive them, understand the situation from a higher perspective. And so they're in your mind for that reason. That's often the way that this card comes up. But this card is also, I think, it's also relevant to, because everyone's kind of raising their vibrations at different levels, we're kind of drifting from friends and acquaintances and family members and people, and then now we're suddenly coming back again. Some people are coming back because they've risen their vibrations and now we're resonating again with them. Some people are having quicker awakenings than others. So I think this card works both those ways. You know, some of this fear and, you know, this exhaustion that we've talked about is from our need to forgive. Our need to forgive people on a deeper level. We're going deeper. We want to bless them for helping us grow. Until you can think about them and feel your heart expanding with love and gratitude for the awakening, then that's not really forgiveness, is it? Real forgiveness is when your heart's going to expand with love and gratitude for the learning, okay, for the growth, for the realization, for probably the kick up the backside to love yourself a little bit more. a lot of our perceived trauma in life comes because of our own lack of self-love, and our own lack of self-love is reflected back to us in an unloving scenario, and we all need to kick up the backside to love ourselves even more than we do. So this card is about people that that are involved, the situations that we're healing, but also I think it is people that we haven't spoken to for a long time coming back on the scene. You know, how have you coped for the past year? Where are you on the spiritual, you know, enlightenment scale? You know, people coming back in to see what's going on and to see where you're at and stuff like that. It's, I don't know, interesting. So that's what that card is. It's, you know, reunions and emotional memories. As I say, either mentally because of you healing or just being nostalgic, or it could be in person, coming back into your holographic projection for closure or for, you know, more learning and loving and evolving. Okay, the next card is pages are always good news coming in. There are always opportunities, and this is the Pentacles, which traditionally is money and finances, but I see it as abundance. I see it as abundance. So this is good. I mean, I am getting this clearing away, but while that's going on, we don't need to wait until we've healed. Say, oh, I'll just wait until I've healed and then I'll start creating new earth. It doesn't work like that. Start creating your new earth, start creating what you want, start looking at your dreams, going in the direction that you want. Stop fiddling your thumbs, waiting for something to happen. It's a case of you creating it. So this is the abundance, and this is the beginning. So it's good news coming in, opportunities coming in for you to create your abundance. And so I'm going to say your new earth, because new earth is all about creating abundance. The happiness, the health, the harmony, the joy, the peace, the full works, okay, and the financial stability. But it's not focused on the financial stability. It's focused on the love and sharing, the living and giving, the communities, and the way that we're meant to be living, okay? But this is good news coming in, and it's an opportunity for you to start creating greater abundance, greater health, greater happiness, greater understanding, greater expansion, greater knowledge, okay? That something's coming in for you to do all of that. I'm really feeling that this is a pivotal card this week. So look out for those opportunities. It might not look like money, but it will make you feel good because it will be abundance. So it will make you feel excited and joyful. It could be a creative endeavor. It could be meeting a new person. It could be this person coming back into your life, offering you something, offering you maybe some co-creation opportunities, offering a new friendship, some kind of something. You'll know it when it happens. You'll know it when it happens. Brilliant. Now, the next one, this is the restlessness card, okay? And this is about things not moving along fast enough. And I think a lot of people are feeling like that. Things are not moving fast enough. It's like they're twiddling the thumbs and feeling really restless. And I mean, I can really understand that, but it's also, this card is a little bit about being drained by others and just feeling a little bit, oh, now what? This kind of energy, okay? So what I call it the gratitude card. The reason I call it the gratitude card is because, you see, he can't see what's coming in. He's feeling restless about this, but he can't see what's coming in. So, you know, what's coming in is probably stuff from this. This is bringing you, this might just be meeting a friend, an opportunity to go and see an old friend, you know, for a coffee or something, and you don't realize that it's leading to, we never know what it's leading to. That's why we have to listen to our heart. You know, just, oh, I felt really excited when that friend came along and I really wanted to have coffee with them. And then I surprised myself at why I was so excited. Well, the reason you were so excited is because your heart is telling you there's something going on. It's, you know, the friend's going to give you a suggestion, an idea, an offer, something like that. You know, it's always a case of listening to your heart and just knowing that if it's excited, it's taking you in the right direction. Now, he can't see what's coming in, so he's sitting there all restless. So the way out of this is gratitude, as I said. Gratitude list. It's just all the time. You know, we've got this healing, deep level, you know, exhaustion and what have you going on. So we're probably not, you know, we're probably not doing as much as we want to be doing. And This is about being grateful for everything that we can do, all the people that we have around us that we love. This is basically a gratitude card, making sure that we focus on the positive and just keep writing, not just writing your gratitude list, it's in your head, isn't it? You don't need to write it, you just need to look out a window and reel off in your mind all the things that are beautiful and glorious and wonderful out your window, and just, you know, just look at your life and think about all the things that are absolutely wonderful and glorious. Okay, because that energy of gratitude lifts us, and that's what it's all about. It's about our frequency, and if we keep focusing on the negative, it's going to bring us down, and there's enough of that going on. And we're working with how to deal with these triggers, and we're working on how to heal, you know, ourselves, and we're still healing, you know, planet Earth, and it's all about raising your vibration, of course, but that energy of gratitude does wonders for bringing that expansion, for like just helping you turn an energetic corner, so to speak. Okay. The next card, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I mean, interesting cards this week. But actually, I'm seeing positivity in this card. I really am. Because as I say, this one, the shifts that can occur when you focus on the positive, you know, the shifts that occur when you focus on what is working for you. This actually, because it's coming up quite a lot, believe it or not. I mean, traditionally, this card is about feeling rock bottom and feeling stabbed in the back, okay, and feeling back at square one. So it's not considered to be a positive card, but because of the situation that's going on at the moment, you know, it is. It's a good card because you're back at square one in a positive way, because the things that we've been shedding, okay, although it's brought us grief and sadness and you know, nights, you know, dark night of the soul, and it's, you know, brought up all this stuff. It's clearing us out so that our creation of life that's coming from now is going to be so much higher vibrating. It's going to be full of love and peace and all those higher vibrating energies. And we're really coming back. It's like it's like we're having the rug pulled out from underneath us and we're having to go down rock bottom. We're really questioning everything, you know, where you live, the house you live in, the relationship that you're in, the friendships that you've got, the job that you do, the way that you think, the beliefs that you have, the food that you eat, you know, the toiletries that you use. You know, we're being asked to question absolutely everything. And, you know, people have been, you know, raising their vibration in all areas. You know, I'm a big fan of the sway testing. If you don't know what that is, check out my YouTube channel, you know, with the sway testing video. So you could actually eat only the foods that vibrate, you know, high for you and resonate with you. Use only the shampoos and toiletries that are resonating with you, that are high vibrating. I mean, on every level, we're clearing out, you know. If you're sticking in a job still, that isn't in alignment with your own moral compass, it's time to get out. And if you're still sticking in a relationship that isn't in alignment with your moral compass, it's time to get out. If you're still in an area, in a group of friends that are not resonating with your moral compass, it's time to get out. You know, and you'll find as your vibration rises, your whole diet needs to change and all sorts of things. I mean, really, it's all areas of life, right? And our thinking just keeps changing. Our beliefs just keep changing. As you move up my beloved chart, I call it the chart of consciousness, as you move up this chart, your beliefs change depending on where you're vibrating. So every time you raise your vibrations, which of course is a good thing because you're going to be creating a higher frequency life and reality for yourself. But the more you do that, the more your view of life, your perception changes. You know, the people at the bottom of that chart are really believing that life is happening to them, that they're some kind of victim. And then as you move up that chart, you realize that you are the creator, the powerful creator of your own reality, and that life is happening for you, for your benefit, for you to learn, usually about self-love. But as you move even higher up that chart, you realize that life happens through you, that you are divine source flowing through this human vessel and creating with every thought and belief that you have. And then the higher up the chart you go, you realize that you are actually life. So it is all about raising your vibrations. So being at rock bottom is actually a good thing, because going forwards from here is time for you to choose. Tap into your moral compass. You've got nothing else to lose. That's what I like about this card. The only way is up. You have nothing else to lose. Okay? So that's why you're going to speak your truth. That's why you're going to finally listen to your heart. And you're going to go, right, I can cope with anything now. You know that you are creating your own reality. You know that abundance is your birthright. I mean, really, if there was ever a time to take that leap, you know it's now, because it came out. It's come out nearly every single week. This is the Judgment card, Major Arcanic. You're being called. You're being called. You would not have heard this call if you were not in this place. It's as simple as that. You wouldn't have heard this call this time last year. The last year has been necessary for humanity. The last year has been purposeful in waking you up to your own power. This card is all about life purpose. It's about your life purpose, and it's about the life purpose of humanity, because we were not meant to live like this. We were not meant to live like this. We as humans were meant to live in communities, loving, sharing, giving communities where we help each other at every step of the way. We support each other. There is no manipulation and there is no control. It's not naturally a human nature. It's not naturally our human nature. So this is about going back to the purpose of humanity. And what did we come here for? It's about having better judgment. It's about having better judgment. Life isn't meant to be this way. And it's about us creating the life the way we want it, the way we choose. So create the life you choose by doing what you choose to do. If you know that it's your moral compass that you're following, then you know, then that's God's will, I want to say. And it's also about aha moments. This card is also about aha moments and spiritual awakening. Okay, and it's about clarity and creating the new earth. You came here to create. We came here to create the new earth, and it's about reminding us that that's what we came here to do. It's a beautiful ending to this week's cards, because yes, we do have some fear, some sadness, some grief still coming up, but now we understand what it's all about. When you feel it, you can almost rejoice. Well, yes, not almost, rejoice, because it's a clearing, it's a clarity, it's a moving forward. It's taking you forward. I say it's taking you forward, but it's literally vibrationally on a frequency level, it's taking you higher up that chart. Every time you release grief is low vibrating. Every time you release fear, it's coming up for acknowledgement. Every time you release this stuff or acknowledge it, transmute it into love, it is raising your overall vibration. So that's why we're full of gratitude. We've got gratitude this week. And when we can focus on that positive and see the good coming in, you know, it's okay. It's okay. These cards that are telling us that there's that little tiny bit left, it's fine, because hey, kick me while I'm down. It's okay. I've got used to it, because you know what we've done this past year? We've learned how to release our own trapped emotions. We've learned how to identify and release our own limiting beliefs. We've even learned how to deal with our triggers. So We're so equipped. We've learned how to observe our emotions and not become them. We have mastered our emotions, and we're mastering our thoughts and our beliefs. And that's what's taking us to the new earth. And that's what our purpose is all about. So this mastering of our emotions and mastering of our thoughts is what is helping us transcend the fourth dimensional emotional and mental body of our energy into the fifth dimension. Okay, so it's all happening for us. It's all a healing. It's all happening quite naturally. It's all where it's meant to be. It's actually beautiful and divine and glorious. It really is. So get creating, start doing what you choose to do. Stop living the life that other people programmed you to. It's time to start listening to your heart and doing what you choose to do. Start creating through your own vision, and through this love. Every time you release something, you're going to open your heart and receive more life force, more healing, more light. We're literally receiving more light into every cell of our body. So just feel that, fill yourself up with that love and that expansion. Follow this. Something's coming in. Look for the opportunities. Look for the people who have also woken up. Okay, start collaborating with them, just sharing your dreams, sharing your ideas, putting people into touch with other people that have the similar vision, and start thinking, where do you want to live? Who do you want to spend your time with? What do you want to eat? It's everything. It's everything. So let's focus on this. Let's start creating what we choose. Start focusing on creating what you choose to create. Okay? We always have a choice. And it's okay. We always have a choice. So if you're finding yourself doing something that you don't really want to do, as long as you're conscious about it and you choose to do it for the highest good of all, for your highest good and the highest good of all. If you focus all the time on your highest good and the highest good of all, before I leave the house, I am always thinking to myself, okay, my intention is to maintain my highest frequency while at the same time helping anyone I come into contact with to raise their frequency as well. That's my intention every time I leave the house. So every time you come across a situation that might normally trigger you or lower your frequency, just remember your job is to maintain your frequency and do what you can to help raise the frequency of others. Do what you can to help raise the frequency of others through love. Through love. It was quite a long one this week, so thank you for staying to the end if you have done, and if you have stayed to the end, I want to ask if it's resonated with you at all, then please like it, please share it, please subscribe, so that other people can also maybe resonate with the message from me this week. So thank you very much, and as I said before, if you want more information or your own private reading, please check out my website at deborahbaineshatton.com. Lots of love for you this week. Have a good one. Bye for now.